What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. You're here with me, Ethan Davidson, and in this video I'm going to be doing a Halloween franchise ranking. I just watched Halloween Ends yesterday. I've had time to sit on it and think about where I'm placing it in terms of my preference in the Halloween franchise. My sister will be doing another video. She hasn't completed her entire list yet, so hers will be separate. I'm basically a casual Halloween fan, so I don't know if my opinions will be popular, unpopular. I have no idea. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So yeah, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is my least favourite. Uh, Story, characters, it's like, yeah, that's the biggest problem for me. Richard Brake's character is so creepy that it just makes you uncomfortable. He's probably the biggest character I can remember that's like, ugh. But I will say the music, Michael Myers, even if he's not got his mask on, still pretty badass. The kills, phenomenal. The film shot really well, but yeah, this one's just not for me. It's easily one of the worst Halloween movies in my book, and one that I can just easily skip over. uh, Rob Zombie's Halloween movies again are just not for me. This one is a little bit more watchable though. There's no creepy paramedics talking about corpses and everything. There's no dreams about horses and whatever. Um, Michael's actual got his mask on for the most of the movie, and Laurie and Loomis are actual likable in this one, whereas in the second one I think they were unlikable, especially Loomis. Loomis in this one is way better, but again, I like the second one. I can just skip over this and not bat an eye. Halloween Resurrection isn't the worst. I would say it's a decent enough 2000 slasher with like a Halloween paint job, so it's fine. I guess the acting's pretty bad though. The final girl's pretty terrible, but Michael Myers is still relatively decent in this one. He looks way better than he did in the previous movies. The score's pretty good. I do like the kind of Dangertainment, is it Dangertainment or whatever they throw on it? The kind of like the reality TV show. I think that's pretty funny. I think that's pretty enjoyable for what they're going for. But everything else, like especially Busta Rhymes in the opening, are horrible. So again, this movie, Halloween 6, you know what? It's so good and it's also so bad. It's so frustrating. I want to rank it higher, but I can't. The biggest problem I have with it is the story. It feels like a complete jumbled mess. The opening is horrible. The disrespect they did to Jamie Lloyd, it's like, why? The ending is also not the best. Tommy Doyle, like I love Paul Rudd, but Tommy Doyle in this is super creepy. None of the characters are really interesting. The kills are really good though, and Michael Myers is probably one of the best like incarnations we've seen of Michael Myers. That's why it's so frustrating, because there's so many good things they've done here, but also on the other side there's so many bad things they've done here. So it's kind of like, oh. Yeah, I do enjoy this movie. I really enjoy the third act. It's probably one of my favourites. Uh, but I don't really like Michael Myers in this one. He looks a bit kind of too goofy. His mask looks a bit off. The characters I'm not really engaged with. I do like Laurie Strode in this one. But the rest of them are kind of like, no. I do like LL Cool J. I will say that he's kind of the comic relief, and he nails that kind of aspect of it. The setting is really bad though. It doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. It kind of feels like just a generic 90s slasher. And the kills are cool though. I really like the kills. Score's not one of the best. But yeah, I mean, it's a it's a good movie. It's just not the best Halloween movie in my book. It just feels like like I said, generic 90s slasher. So yeah, I do like Halloween Kills. I like James Jude Courtney as Michael Myers. He absolutely nails the role. Uh, Characters, both new and old, because we get our return characters in this movie. I think all did a phenomenal job. Kills are really, really brutal and so well done. The score's great. The cinematography is beautiful, but the dialogue is atrocious. The ending is horrible, and there's scenes throughout this movie that are so bad. It's like, what the fuck? It's like what the fuck moments. It's like people do certain things or they say certain things, and it's like, no, nobody would do that. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't buy any of that. But I do enjoy this movie. It's just my least favourite out of the new trilogy set. Yeah, Halloween 3 is so bonkers. It's just, it's crazy. That's probably why I like it so much. It's not really a fantastic Halloween movie by any stretch, but it's so out there. It's bizarre. The villain I really enjoy. I think he's so sadistic and crazy. The mask designs are great. The jingle, I hate it, but I love it at the same time. The effects are brilliant. The cast is really phenomenal here. I actually met Tom Atkins in 2021 last year, and you know what? He was so funny. He was so like so down to earth, and I actually talked with him about Halloween 3. It was cool. It was a great experience. But yeah, it's a great film. Probably not the best Halloween film, but I like the different approach it takes. So this is an unpopular opinion, I think, because a lot of people hate Halloween 5. I'm not one of them. I really enjoy this movie. The biggest thing I really enjoy about this movie is actual Tina. A lot of people hate Tina, but I love Tina. I think she's so full of life. She's got so much positivity and energy around her. It's great. I would put Tina probably in my top 10 characters in the entire franchise. I like her that much. Maybe in my top 5. But besides her, I like Sammy. She's also great. And I like the goofy cops as well. They bring a certain charm to this movie. And like I said, I'm only a casual Halloween fan, so that might annoy die-hard Halloween fans. Um, I also like the third act in here. I think the third act is great. That laundry chute scene, especially. Yeah, there is a couple of things in here that are just bizarre, like Crazy Loomis, Mute Jamie. So I can see why people would hate this film. Um, I'm just not one of them. I will say that the mask looks horrendous in here, but not as bad as part four. I just enjoy this movie, guys. I just have a blast with it. You know, it's fun. I really like this movie. It's not gonna be for everyone. You're either gonna like it for what they've done, or you're gonna hate it for what they've done. Me personally, I like the story. I like the conclusion of the new trilogy. I like the characters, pretty much all the characters. The guy that played Corey was phenomenal. Uh, Jamie Lee Curtis is probably the best she has been since the original. It's that good. The kills, phenomenal. Score, phenomenal. The intro, like the title screen, probably one of my favorites. But yeah, I just fucking love this movie, guys. But like I said, you're either going to like it for what they've done, or you're going to dislike it. I loved Halloween 2018, guys. It was so good. It was a return to form, especially considering the previous movies that we had in the series. I thought the look of Michael Myers was awesome. I thought the portrayal of Michael Myers from James Jude Courtney was awesome. It was great to see Jamie Lee Curtis back as Laurie Strode. I also liked the introduction of our daughter Karen and our granddaughter Alison. Thought they were all well written. The kills were so well done, and the throwbacks were like a love letter to fans. It was so great, and the ending was probably actually not just the ending, but the third act, probably in my top three in the entire franchise. It was that good. Like if we didn't have sequels, I would be happy with just this film on its own. It was that good. Doctor Sartain, garbage. He's basically the biggest problem with this movie. Some people would probably argue the humour. It was a bit too much as well, which I can see that the humour in certain scenes was a bit over the top. But you know what? I still fucking love this movie. Absolutely loved it. I love Halloween 4 as well. I mean, the only thing that I don't like about this movie is Michael Myers' mask. You fix Michael Myers' mask, and this movie would probably be my second favourite Halloween movie. It's just his mask I can't take seriously. It looks so goofy. But I love the whole story involving Jamie Lloyd being his niece. Daniel Harris, phenomenal as Jamie Lloyd. I also like Rachel as our final girl. Dr. Loomis, again, really well done here. The kills are well done. This movie's just a blast. From start to finish, this movie is a blast. There is a couple of weird dialogue scenes, but there's also some funny ones as well, like Fuck Off Wade. That's probably the main one that most people gravitate towards. But yeah, it's just a great film, honestly. Yeah, this is my second favourite Halloween movie, simply because it feels like one complete story. Like you can put on the original movie and then put this on right afterwards, and it feels like a complete story arc. I also like the idea of, Laurie being Michael's sister. I thought that was a pretty good idea. I liked the cast, even the creepy ones like Bud. I liked the setting. I thought the setting was really well done, and I also liked the kills. Kills were they were really unique, especially that one involving the nurse with the hot tub. That is definitely a standout kill for this franchise. Um, Dick Warlock probably wasn't the best choice for Michael Myers. His portrayal's too zombie-like. It's too jittery. It feels awkward, and yeah, there was some questionable acting from some certain characters. Mainly the sheriff replacement, Officer Hunt, I think his name is. But everything else, I really enjoyed. Yeah, it was gonna be number one. This movie's a masterpiece. Basically, there's nothing wrong with this movie. This is how you build tension. This is how you do atmosphere. This is how you write characters. This is basically the step 101 guide on how to do a horror movie. It's perfection. Jamie Lee Curtis is Laurie Strode, perfection. Nick Castle is the shape, absolutely amazing. The story, fantastic. The score, beautiful. Just there's nothing wrong with this movie. Absolutely nothing. It's just awesome, and it's probably in my top 10 slasher movies of all time. It's that good. So that was my ranking of the Halloween franchise, guys. I don't know if it's going to be a popular ranking or an unpopular ranking, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Make sure to post yours in the comments so I can see how mine differs from yours and whether I do actually have hot takes in mine or not. Hopefully my sister will have one out in a couple of days. She's notorious for changing her rankings like all the time. But yeah, that's going to be it for me for this video. I'm not sure what my next ranking will be. It might be the Hellraiser franchise. I'll have to wait and see. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next video.